Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Save the Bay podcast. My name is Matt Vieira. I'm the social media and marketing manager at Save the Bay, and here with me, as always,
I'm Adam Kowarski. I'm Save the Bay's aquarium manager, aquarium biologist, one of our educators, and we're out on the lovely Easton's Beach today because our aquarium is so packed with guests having fun, they kicked us out, so we had to go outside. But you know what? I love the Bay. I love being out here, so I'm psyched that we're here.
This is great because it shows you where we are. On
exactly.
Easton's Beach. We're right on Easton's Beach. Like when we say in the podcast that we're on Easton's Beach, we are literally
right on
the beach.
And I love it. It's a great place to work, man.
So let's talk about August theme. August 2017 theme, Tropical Travelers.
Yeah, you got it.
So what does Tropical Travelers mean?
Yeah. So why would we talk about that here, right? You know what I mean?
Tropical fish, that's not the type of fish that we see in Narragansett Bay.
But you know what? We do, actually. As crazy as it sounds.
Now why?
Yeah. So what happens is in Narragansett Bay during the hot parts of summer, we get fish into the bay that we like to call tropical travelers, or another name for them is Gulf Stream orphans. So what happens is in their native range, maybe from like the Carolinas to the Bahamas, about that area, these fish will lay eggs. The eggs will either hatch out and we'll get little juveniles, or just the eggs themselves, and they wash up into Narragansett Bay via the Gulf Stream current. Now our bay kind of sits down like this, pointing towards the Gulf Stream current. So as it moves north along our coast, things just get caught in our bay. Right? So we'll get these little eggs. We'll get the juveniles in the bay. They live here. They thrive for the summer. They do a really great job. But once winter comes, it gets just much too cold for them.
Sure.
So at that point, they'll usually perish. They won't survive. So we try and catch as many of those kinds of fish as we can. Now, August is pretty much the hottest month of the year. So that's when we see the most tropical travelers usually. So we try and catch as many as we can and display them here at the aquarium. Right now, we probably have a good 50, tropical travelers, something like that.
That's really cool. So it wouldn't be a fish you normally see in Narragansett Bay, but because of the currents in the Gulf Stream, you said?
Yeah, exactly. Washes right up in the Gulf Stream. You got it.
So what kind of tropical travelers do you find here at the aquarium?
So some of my favorite ones are the striped burrfish. We actually have two striped burrfish here, it's a type of pufferfish. And two of them, they've actually been working at Save the Bay longer than me. So we rescued them in 2006, near 2006, man. I've been working here since like 2007, 8, something like that.
I didn't know that.
So there's two fish that have been working here a nice long time. And the reason we're hanging on to them, because if we release them, they would just get too cold.
That was going to be my next question. So these tropical travelers that we have at the aquarium, they're permanent residents for the most part, right?
Yeah. The only times we don't have them here, if they get too large for our facility, we'll donate them to a larger aquarium like Mystic Aquarium, New England Aquarium, something like that. Or we wait till the hottest part of summer. We'll release them then, and then sometimes they can make it back south. And that's, only if we can't give them a good home anymore. Sure. We do that.
Yeah, makes total sense. Yeah. So along with the normal theme, every month we do a craft, a scavenger hunt, and a special story that relates to the theme of the aquarium. So you have those great activities going on. We're also doing Feeding Frenzy, like every month.
Yep, you got it.
This month, it's the 3rd and the 24th. It's Thursday, always on Thursdays.
Yep.
You can sign up for Feeding Frenzy. It actually has its own webpage now.
Yep.
It's savebay.org/Feeding Frenzy, or you can just go to the aquarium page and find the registration link there. And I'll also put it right on the screen here so you can.
And the neat thing about this month's Feeding Frenzy, we're going to spend a lot of time feeding those tropical travelers too. So you're going to get to feed the burrfish, you can feed the triggerfish, the groupers, the jacks. They're related to tunas. We get all these really interesting ones, really, really cool things.
That is really awesome.
And I'd say, our first kind of tropical traveler we've sort of seen this year, something called a Portuguese man-o-war.
Now, I've never seen one before.
Right.
What is it?
So it's related to jellyfish. It's very similar.
Yeah.
And basically, it's like a jellyfish in that it stings. It has really nasty stingers. And these tentacles that they have with the stingers on them, they could be 150 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah, and we actually found one washed up on the beach here, and they only show up during the hot parts of the summer. And, they're plankton, just like all jellyfish, so they just can't resist the current. They get washed up here sometimes.
Sure. So they don't really swim. They're really just going wherever the current takes them.
Exactly. And they're just really beautiful, cool thing. But if you ever see one, you want to stay back.
Stay away.
But it was really neat because we were able to display it for a little while. So as August comes on, we're going to be catching more of these strays. We're going to be showing more of them in the aquarium. And guests can come see them and really see just the weird stuff that shows up.
So like you said, the hottest part of the summer, this is the best time for them to come into our bay. So we're going to be getting new ones all the time on top of the ton of tropical travelers that we already have. We actually have the Bay of the Future tank Which is, I mean,
exactly.
some of those fish that are in there are tropical strays, but also it's kind of showcasing what the bay could look like if it warms.
Right, exactly,
so
yeah.
Some of those
it's a super interesting exhibit. So it's full of just those strays, like you're saying.
Yeah.
And we pose the question, as our summers get hotter and longer every year because of climate change, are we going to see more and more of these tropical travelers showing up? And some people might think, oh, they're beautiful, I love seeing them, which, I agree. But they do throw out the delicate balance that is our food web, right? Which can cause problems. We're related to the food web. We're all connected. Yeah. It's our responsibility to make sure to maintain it.
They'll go from tropical travelers to permanent residents.
Exactly, which will throw a lot of the stuff off, like our lobsters, our fish, our tautog, our flounder, all that kind of stuff that lives here all the time.
We have a lot of great signage for the Bay of the Future tank, so if you want to learn more about that, you can come down here and talk to one of our staff, or again, read the signage. Yeah. So again, Feeding Frenzies on the 3rd and the 24th. I can't recommend this enough. Make sure you register in advance. Spots are already filling up, and if you're listening to this and you want to do it, go to the website savebay.org/feedingfrenzy and sign up right now. It's your best chance to get tickets. But Adam, thank you. I just wanted to one last thing before we go. I just wanted to thank Corvius for sponsoring our membership days here at the aquarium. If you're a member and you get into the aquarium for free, it's because of Corvius Solutions. They underwrite the whole program. So thank you, Corvius. And if you're a member, you get 6. You and 5 guests,
it's
6
a great
total.
Deal.
Get in for free at the aquarium.
Yeah, we're getting tons of members coming in, and these people. The nice thing is we change it up all the time. We got new themes, new animals coming in. We just put in actually a new exhibit.
It's so awesome.
Which we haven't even mentioned yet on this podcast. If you come in, we just opened up a brand new exhibit this past Wednesday. It's a huge snapping turtle exhibit.
Yes.
Really cool. And it's a rescued snapping turtle, like all our turtles. He's mutated.
Bowser.
He's a mutant turtle. He's not a ninja. He's not a teenager. He's only 5.
Okay.
But he is super cool, and you guys got to come in and check it out.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. His new tank is fantastic. He must love it. So much room for activities.
It's a happy turtle.
Yeah.
Lots of room for activities.
Yeah, so we actually just posted pictures to our Instagram and Twitter, so check us out there for the new tank. But also, come down and see it in person. You have to see it in person. Yeah. Adam, thank you as always.
Thank you so much, Maddie.
Yeah, and we'll see you all next month on the Save the Bay podcast.